The Sportsocracy.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
All right, it is an A-plus mock draft kind of day here in the Sportsocracy. AFC East and NFC East teams. Philadelphia Eagles, A-plus mock draft. They've already won a title. How do they keep it going here? What do they really need?
Nothing. They have no red needs. They're the only team in the NFL that does not have one. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you how I did this Philadelphia Eagles mock draft.
Okay.
I went to my board. I pulled every draft pick number they had, and I looked at the corresponding pick within 5 numbers of where they were. And I literally took the best player at every position. And if they had met with the kid, it was just kind of icing on the cake.
Yep.
I at no point ever had to cheat. Now, they had a couple players late that just wanted to get them out there because they've been attached to them.
So what steal are they getting in the first round at 32?
Give you one guess because it's the same one I keep giving them. It's Mykel Williams.
Mykel Williams.
This is a team that has about 1 billion pass rushers. So I actually could see that they have I could see them having a higher grade on Mykel Williams because I'm looking at how he would pair with Jalix Hunt. I'm looking at how he would pair with Nolan Smith. He may just be an early down edge rusher in the beginning. It may not matter how good of a pass rusher he is. You can develop him over time because you don't really need him. Philadelphia could trade every pick in this draft and still have the best roster 1 to 53 in the NFL by a pretty wide margin. That's how good this team is. There's not, and just before anybody asks me, there's not a guard worth taking at 32. So in an A-plus mock, I can't reach that hard. Because guard is the one position that I look at and go, that's a yellow need. You only have 2 of those.
All right. Their next pick at 64.
It's a kid they had a top 30 visit with, and this would be the guard for the future. It's Marcus Imbaugh. I think he really fits what they're looking for, and there is a possibility that with Lane Johnson getting older, he could ultimately be the right tackle that replaces him. Because I think you could start him at guard, and he would start immediately. He is a very ready-made player, even though he's a little thin. And 2-3 years from now, I mean, look, Lane Johnson's 35 years old, so he ain't going to play forever. And that's – with Philadelphia, what is the smartest thing you could possibly do? In the first round, you take the player that shouldn't be there because he's more than a top 30. He's a better than top 31 talent, even if I don't love all the things he does, and I don't necessarily think he's a pass rusher per se. Second round, you need a guard. He just so happens one of the best players on the board is a guy that's getting pushed down because, well, he's a little thin. Awesome. You did the same thing with Cam Jurgens. He was a little thin too, and now he's one of the best centers in the league. So you do it again with Marcus Imbaugh at 64.
Okay, how about 96?
96 is more a pet project for me. Philadelphia really loves taking edge rushers. I took an edge rusher at 32 that is more of a run defender than an edge. So here I'm going to take the true natural 5-tech with Elijah Roberts. You know how much I like this kid. Started as a defensive end, then kind of moved all around the place at SMU and was just an absolute wrecking ball at SMU. Also had a top 30 visit with Philadelphia. Philadelphia is fun for me to mock draft because basically all I have to do is look at the board and go, hey, take the team out of it. Who would you draft? And just keep doing that, and you're probably in the ballpark.
At 134.
134, another guy they had a top 30 visit with. I want them to have a running back. I do not like how much weight you put on Saquon Barkley last year. I get it. He's a Terminator. I'm well aware of all those things. I'm going to go Jaden Blue because I think he can be a legit third down back that will take some of that pressure off of Saquon Barkley. I get it. You have other running backs on the roster. You went and got A.J. Dillon. I don't think A.J. Dillon gives you what he would have a year ago after the injury. I've heard that he may have lost a step, and he's more of the between the tackles guy anyway because he's so big and thick and strong. Will Shipley is more a special teams guy than he is anything. Jaden Blue would give you a legit weapon out of the backfield in the passing game.
All right, and then the Eagles have 4 picks between 161 and 168.
And I took this was these guys have been super popular in the process, and I believe there's a great chance that Philadelphia goes, hey, we don't have any of those late picks, so we're just going to take all these guys you wanted right in front of you. Jalen Travis, the offensive tackle from Iowa State, at 161. I think he's visited every team in the NFL. And there are a lot of teams that think he is, if you're willing to wait 2 years, he could be an absolute dog. 164 is Tez Johnson, the wide receiver from Oregon that we were talking about in the second round. Then he showed up at 154 pounds and ran slow, and everybody forgot about him. And Philadelphia goes, we'll do it because he still gets open, and he can play out of the slot, and we're good with that. And then one of the most popular players in the process, Oklahoma State cornerback Corey Black. I really need to go back in and dive on the tape for him. I had an undraftable grade. When I sent my board to some of the people in the industry that I talked to, that was one of the names that was highlighted of that's a 5th-round pick all day. You need to go back and watch him because you were not seeing him the right way. Philadelphia had a top 30 visit with him as well, so I think there's a great possibility that he could be an Eagle.